Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Tsareena or Tsareena. This is a really interesting Pokemon, obviously introduced in Generation 7. I've come up with 2 generic sets and 1 Dynamax set for you today. And the first one is orientating around a Power Herb Solar Blade set. So I thought obviously Solar Blade is a very powerful grass type move. It does require the setup on the first turn, but you can use Power Herb as the item that you are holding to cause this to not have to actually set up for that first turn and have to hit on the second turn. It just automatically does it on the first turn, but it does only work once. Now there is always the option of having a drought Pokemon such as Torkoal or Ninetales on your team to allow for this not to need the Power Herb, but that is again different scenario. So I just thought of a scenario that may not have the drought in there. I've got Leaf Guard as the ability. Essentially, this Pokemon is more focused towards either the Sun or VGC doubles. So we have Leaf Guard as the ability here. So if Sunny Day is active, this Pokemon cannot be statused and Rest will fail. So we don't have Rest on this set anyways, but you cannot be statused if the Sun is active. So again, this really works with a Pokemon that has Drought as their ability. Other moves I've gone for are High Jump Kick, which is a really powerful fighting type move, but it does have the risk of if it misses, you do lose 50% of your max HP. So do be careful when using it, and you are playing a game of luck in some scenarios there. And then you've got Knockoff and U-Turn on here as well. So U-Turn gives you the opportunity to switch out, do some chip damage and get a different Pokemon in. Sometimes that can give you some upward momentum. And then we've got Knockoff, which gets rid of any items, so it can be a really good support move there. For EVs, I've got max HP and max attack with an Adamant Nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. You can run this with speed if you want to, but that is up to you, and depending on what kind of speed tiers you're going up against, yeah, it's completely up to you how you run this. The second set is much more of a special defense support set, so the special defense and defense on Tsareena is actually pretty good. I've got Leftovers as the item here, and then we've got Leaf Guard again. I mean, you can't get status because if you get Toxic, it does actually become quite a problem with this, so I would recommend having a Pokemon that has Drought and then having the Leaf Guard there to support you. We have Synthesis, Toxic, Aromatherapy, and Power Whip on here. So Power Whip is a strong grass type attack. It does have the chance to miss, but it is boosted by stab and it is really powerful, so I'd recommend having it there. Aromatherapy gets rid of any status conditions on yourself or other Pokemon, so obviously if there is no sunlight, you can get rid of things like Toxic that would cause you a lot of issues. You can Toxic other Pokemon to start racking up damage and force switches as well when it's starting to rack up to stop people from setting up, because it does become more of a problem to set up when you are Toxic. And then we've got Synthesis to allow your health to remain quite high. Yeah, so this is mostly focusing on the Toxic building up the damage, and then Power Whipping. Definitely much more of a support set rather than a attacking physical set, but it is definitely viable. We've got max HP and max special defense on this stat, for its stats. More special defense and less special attack, and then 4 EVs and attack to allow that Power Whip just to have that little bit more power. Now, for the Dynamax Tsareena, I think this is a really interesting set. So we have the Choice Band as our item. If you didn't know, when you're Dynamax, the Choice Band is not active, so you're not getting the boost, but you're also not locked into moves. So when you Dynamax, I would recommend using Acrobatics at least once as max airstream to increase your speed stat by 1 stage. That will allow you to outspeed a variety of different Pokemon. Then use High Jump Kick as max knuckle twice, and that will double your attack stat, taking you up to 678 base attack, which is really, really powerful. Then, once you're back to a normal form, you obviously do have to choose a move with the choice bands. So you've got a variety of choices there. You've got Acrobatics, High Jump Kick, Power Whip, or Knockoff I've put on here. Obviously, Power Whip is your stab attack, but do pay attention to what your opposing Pokemon is. Again, obviously, High Jump Kick is a very dangerous move to use, so do be cautious of that as well. EVs, I've gone for max attack and max speed with a Jolly Nature, so more speed and less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. So this thing should hopefully be an all-out powerhouse if you manage to set up. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.